Why do you love your family?
Because they take me to the boba store.
Mooncakes?
Check. Bungee cords?
Check.
We have bungee?
Check.
Hey, we got company tonight, so don't be late.
Mooncakes are a really important part of the Mid-Autumn Festival. It is a festival that the Chinese people celebrate every year. A long time ago, originally, all the mooncakes were round because they are supposed to represent the moon. In Chinese, the word for round is yuan, and that means good fortune. So we made these mooncakes last night out of dragon fruit.
Oh, delicious, right?
Is it good?
好吃吗？好吃。
Chinese culture in general, we don't usually express ourselves through words as much or hugs or the act of making food is the service of love.
Some dishes it takes like hours. It's like a whole full-time job. That's why I'm always really scared to make Vietnamese food myself.
I love to cook.
Yeah.
You know, because when you cook with love, so the food becomes better.
And that is something that thankfully does not have a language barrier. Good food made with love. So, mời mỗi người ăn ngon.
粽子, it's a rice. You wrap it in the leaf. It's kind of like tamale.
You open the drawstrings up, which makes it feel like you're unwrapping a gift. And then when you see that steam pop out, it's like, oh yeah.
Tangyuan, or in Cantonese, tongyun, is kind of like sticky flour dough. Sometimes you can wrap stuffing inside of it, like sesame or red beans or something sweet. The kitchen is where the love is. That's where the meals are. That's where the cooking happens. And the quality time of eating it together is what I think fills us with love.
The traditions I want to pass down to my kids the most is the respect for elders. Most cultures, they say to respect their elders, but in Korean society, it's like a big deal.
My favorite Korean holiday is New Year's. That's when you get to bow and then say, 새해 복 많이 받으세요.
Hanbok is a traditional Korean dress for men and women. They're usually very colorful, and you wear them on special occasions like Seolnar, which is the New Year's Day. And that's the day that we pay respects to our elders by bowing to them.
My grandma played mahjong all the time. Me and like my cousins, we would all just hang around her and watch, right? And they would just be playing. And that's actually how we picked it up.
Mahjong is like really fun. You get to interact with people as you're going along. It's like a light game, but it's like fun and competitive at the same time.
Talking and telling stories and laughing together.
It's our kids' first step into gambling.
I've been thinking about you lately.
Filipino, I'd say we are very loud. Our parties are really lively. Then there's always like singing and music or someone performing or making their kids perform. You know, that's like a real Filipino thing. To put your kids on blast in front of everybody, in front of all your titas and titos, ates and kuyas, just to show off your talents.
Our parents are like, okay, we're gonna speak only Chinese tonight. And then when they ask me a question, I'm just like, I feel embarrassed speaking Chinese because I have like an English accent and it sounds like weird when I speak it.
If you have like a Chinese accent when you're speaking English, they still know what you're saying because you're speaking their language.
It doesn't matter how it sounds as long as they can understand how you're speaking.
There was a point in time when we came here to America. I was about 4 years old, and I remember just being so teased by kids at school. Any immigrant parent, you are worried for your children. So that was the day we stopped speaking Vietnamese in the household. And then it got to a point where I just completely forgot the language. But it's important because the language connects you to a country that you may have never seen and may never see.
I now feel it's more important than ever that I continue being fluent in Cantonese, especially because my grandma only speaks Cantonese. So that is my only way to communicate with her. And so even when I start forgetting words, I always ask my mom, how do you say this? How do you say this? So I can remember again.
I remember sometimes being embarrassed of my parents having an accent at the store or something like that. But as time went on, it's like, I understand a different language other than English. You know, my parents speak to me in it, and I'm proud of that. You know, I'm not trying to hide that.
As you're growing up and you absorb these things, it becomes a part of you. You realize, oh, it's a huge part of me that makes me different from others. And that's beautiful. That's why I want to try to get these different holidays that my mom has celebrated with me as a kid and instill it into Jalen's life, and hopefully he can grasp that culture too through these things. I'll also force him into Chinese school as well.
안녕하세요.